Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, Gimpy, and that's right, you see Lock and Load Tactical there in front of you. This is going to be the setup video for Heroes in Defiance, Where Are the Others scenario. And it is a single map scenario. I do apologize, I don't have the X maps for this module, so it's going to be a little squished in, but it makes it easier to film. So it's a trade-off, but I do apologize. I just don't have them for this game. This one was the next one requested, and it was requested that I do one that had to do with the Belgians or the Dutch, one of those factions, since they're not as represented as Americans and Russians, Germans, obviously, and other factions, and they wanted to see, you know, the rarer guys hit the field. So that's why I decided. And this one, when I was reading through the scenarios to pick one out, just jumped out at me because it is so interesting and unique from the others that I've seen. And I'll explain to you why. And part of me wants to see if this scenario can be soloed, actually. It has a unique mechanic to it that you would think could not be soloed, but I think I can actually pull it off without too much issue, all right? So let me go over the forces real quick. The Belgians are going to have one 154 squad, and then they're going to have two 054 half squads. They're also going to have a hero called Lefberv, I don't know how to pronounce that, Lefberv, and a leader called Captain Lambic. They have access to some squad support weapons of, I think it's called a Chikat, and an MLE 1930, and then there's also a weapon team with it's a machine gun that they have, Maxim machine gun. Now, a few other things that they do have are these bunkers, or a single bunker, and these 4 bits of wire here that I've already got put out. Now, and one last thing is 3 mines that they get to deploy at some point during the match. They can deploy the mines even as the Germans are stepping into a hex. They can take and say, hey, the mine's there, but it's not a guaranteed hit. It's a 50-50 on whether or not it will go off. You guys will see that when the game goes on. Now, you'll notice that some of the Germans, not all, but some of the Germans are already out, but none of the Belgians are. I've got them over here stacked to the side, and that's because as the Germans push forward, they're going to be ambushed by the Belgians. They are put down in any hex that has a positive terrain modifier, as long as the hex has not been occupied or occupied previously by a German unit. So the Germans start on these hexes here, and I think it's H, somewhere around here and over. I can basically pop up my troops at any point that I want, and I do have them stacked up in a couple of stacks. I've got an idea on how to make this work. The leader and the hero both have a couple of interesting abilities, the maneuver and opportunist, which will make them a little bit harder to kill and a little bit easier for them. The leader actually can't be shaken as easily, and the hero has the ability to op fire a little easier, and that applies to the troops they're stacked with. So basically I divided them in 2. The leader's got 1 squad with him. The hero's got 2 half squads, so he can cause them to rally. And then the weapon team, I don't know where I'm going to take and put them, but they can spawn, I think it's this line here and over, as the Germans come. So you can see I have to play the Belgians in this scenario because there's no way the solo AI can decide, hey, put a guy here, but they can go towards the objective just fine. So I don't see any reason that I shouldn't be able to solo this. There are a couple of events with this. I have not read the paragraph that goes along with that, so it will be a surprise. It is a German event, so when one of their guys gets there, that's when we'll read the paragraph together and we'll find out if they get there, brother. I decided to take and put the bunker they have access to here because there's buildings all along here that provide cover. So this building will, bunker will provide cover and fields of fire. Now, did I want it in that direction? Because that would give me field of fire in that way. No, we're going to turn it like that. I don't know. See, the problem is the Germans are coming from this way, but they're also going to spawn in from the south as well. Yeah, we're going to take and have it facing that way, so I'll be able to fire out like that and hope for the best. My hope is that the wire here, because the wire increases the amount of movement points it takes to enter the hex, and then in this scenario, all these bridges are blown, so it's going to cost them extra movement points to cross, and then they have to deal with crossing this wire. So basically that blocks them off from being able to come this way, so it diverts them. Maybe I should take and, yeah, I'm going to take and pull this bunker down. I know, I can't decide. Okay, yeah, we're going to keep it that way. We'll just see. I don't anticipate winning, but I would like to try to do my best. For the Germans, they have, they're going to be coming in 2 waves. So this first wave here, that's already on the board, it is 6 164 units. They have a 1 MG34 weapon team, and then they have 2 MG34 support weapons. They also have Lieutenant Herman, and he's got the charismatic skill, and they have access to 2 88mm off-map artillery strikes, so that'll definitely come in handy for them. Now that's these guys here. They start on, and I decided to have 1 stack of like a kill stack that could take and push in. It's got a leader with them to be able to rally, and then I've got the other 3 just 164 units off on their own, and I'm going to have them basically push up first. That way they can kind of flush out the Belgians, because the Belgians do have stealth, they have the ambush ability and all that good stuff. So I can sacrifice a unit to get the Belgians to fire so my kill units can go after them. The rest, it's going to be coming from anywhere on the south part of the map here, is another 6 squads, but it's going to be 144, and they have the ambush ability. They're also going to have 2 MG34 support weapons. They have a hero called Teufel, I believe, 1 flamethrower, and a leader, Lieutenant von Marshall, and he's got the friendly fire curse. So this is actually a bad thing. There's a chance that he can take and shoot his own guys, so he's not a good guy to have with you. My plan is to take and actually have him come in over here on the side. That way I can try to keep the rest of the Germans over there, because if he doesn't have a line of fire to his own troops, it just gets nullified if he's supposed to shoot his own guys. So I can use this tree line here as cover to keep the Germans safe from their dumb German leader. You guys know how it is. Officers are dumb. They do dumb things. They need enlisted personnel like, you know, me and others to keep them straight. We always used to say in the Marines, the sergeants run everything. We just let the officers think they run it. But anyway, that's the southern group. I've got them divided up into 2 kill teams. So there's going to be 1 kill team here, and then 2 southern kill teams coming in, and they're going to come in on turn 1. I haven't fully decided where I'm going to enter with them, but I'm thinking one somewhere around here, not necessarily on the road. Maybe push up into these trees or into these trees, and then into this building, and then, like I said, the other coming up along this direction, and they can run into Belgians at any point. If I decide to drop a Belgian squad here or weapon team here, wherever, it'll work. Now, for the points on this, the Belgians are trying to kill Germans, and the Germans are trying to occupy these buildings. So I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's supposed to be 8 buildings up here. Is there one there? Yep. So any building that the Germans are in, they gain a point for having a guy in there. And so it's up to 8 points, and I think they need 4 points to win. So if they just occupy 4 buildings, they win. Anything other than the Germans occupying 4 and having more victory points than the Belgians is actually a German loss. So it's not too hard, and I'm hoping with the wire that I have here, the bunker, and then the ability to not only randomly spawn my guys in, but the fact that they have stealth movement and things of that nature, and the bonus ability like maneuver on that 1 liter makes it, like I said, to where he's harder to shake, because instead of taking a shaken result, he can retreat a hex instead. So it's very likely he could keep surviving damage that would otherwise have taken him out. And then I have access to the mines, like I said, as well, that can be deployed at any point. And these are special rules for this scenario. These don't apply to every scenario. But say, for example, this German squad moved into that hex, I could say, hey, there's a mine in that hex, and they'd have to roll for it. It only has a firepower of 1, but it could still possibly shake or cause damage. You never know. 1 firepower can tear someone up if their dice gods let them down, which happens to me more often than you would believe. But I think that's it. I think that's all I got to cover on it. I'll get started on the main video of that soon. I just wanted to get this up for you guys and show you what the next scenario is going to be. I know it's a little smaller than some of the previous ones that I've done, but this is just so neat, having the random guys spawning in and the victory conditions that are involved with it. And I really wanted to see if this could be soloed as well as I think it can actually be soloed. Plus, I want to find out what happens when the Germans hit these buildings here. But alright, you guys take care, and this video will count towards Gimpy's giveaway. It's a playthrough. Any of the videos in this series, so this playthrough series, will count towards it. Any of your comments, questions, whatever you got going for it, I'll automatically enter you in to potentially win Ambush. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next one.